Can you assure the American people that there will be no pork barrel spending, none of these earmarks, these bridges to nowhere, these phony deals that are going on, that legislators won't be able to bury stuff for their districts, the stuff that's been so highly publicized?
I can pledge to you that no earmark or any of that, any description you want to make of it, will be in the bill that passes the House.
Flat.
Absolute flat out.
And you think you got the support, because you know this is the bread and butter for a lot of your members, Democrats and Republicans.
There will be no earmarks in the economic recovery package that passes the House.
And as president, I'm going to make it impossible for congressmen or lobbyists to slip pork barrel projects or corporate welfare into laws when no one's looking, because when I'm president, meetings where laws are written will be more open to the public, no more secrecy. That's a commitment I make to you as president. And when there's a bill that ends up on my desk as president, you, the public, will have 5 days to look online and find out what's in it before I sign it, so that you know what your government's doing.
If that wasn't enough, here we are with 1,100 pages. 1,100 pages not one member of this body has read. Not one. There may be some staffer over in the Appropriations Committee that read all of this last night. I don't know how you could read 1,100 pages between midnight and now. Not one member's read this. What happened to the promise that we're going to let the American people see what's in this bill for 48 hours? But nope, we don't have time to do that.
Nobody in this country realizes that cap and trade is a tax, and it's a great big one. And
trade, or what has been more appropriately named cap and tax, would create $640 billion in new taxes on American businesses and raise electrical bills by $3,100 per household per year on average. The revenue from the new tax will be used to pay for various social programs this administration plans to enact, such as government takeover of our health care. Simply put, cap and tax will cap our growth and trade our jobs. Companies looking to invest in our economy will simply move overseas to escape this enormous tax increase. If you need a tangible example of why this doesn't work, look at Spain, which has been on this plan for 10 years. The result, utility prices have skyrocketed, and the unemployment rate today is 17.5%. This is our view of the future. Experts tell us that cap and tax will do nothing to cap greenhouse gases, but it will put the United States at a global economic disadvantage because China and India have no reason to enact or follow this policy. We'll put Americans out of work but create jobs for developing countries. We need a smart energy policy that will put Americans to work, not further squeeze the pocketbooks of this country's families. And I yield back.
For 1 minute.
Europeans have had a market-based cap-and-trade system on greenhouse gas emissions for 4 years, and it has failed. The last recorded year, $60 billion in trades, that is, added costs, and higher greenhouse gas emissions. Now the House of Representatives wants to bring that European system here to the United States of America, despite its failures. Well, why? Well, the market-based approach is only a failure if your objective is meaningful and predictable, real reductions in greenhouse gas emissions. Perhaps something else is afoot. Europe already has a carbon offset futures derivatives market complete with credit default swap insurance. Is it AIG and mortgages all over again? But now with carbon. We're going to bring that here to the United States. Wall Street is tingling with excitement. $1 trillion speculative market. Listen to this. Carbon will be the world's biggest commodity market, and it could become the world's biggest market overall. Louis Redshaw at Barclays. Oh, Wall Street loves this so much. A brand new Wall Street bubble on something as essential as energy. Deja vu all over again.
Gentleman's time has expired. For what purpose is the gentleman from Virginia rise?
$1 trillion deficit, and here's the cover. The new era of responsibility. You can't make this stuff up. Right? My next guest isn't laughing. He's revolting. Kellen Gaida is running one of the Tea Parties Friday and Saturday to protest this spending. So it's sort of like a Boston Tea Party in a lot of cities. What are you doing?
Yeah, basically I've been following online, and I started catching one of these Boston Tea parties. First started in Chicago off of Rick Santelli's rant on CNBC. And so there's 40 of them around the country now, and I saw that there wasn't one for New York, so I just put up on Facebook.
What are you guys going to do? When we get cameras on you, what are you going to do?
Oh, well, what we're doing is we're protesting against the spending, and we want Congress to start stripping earmarks out of this new proposal and this new spending bill. I think it was like 9,000 earmarks, something like that.
8,870.
Highly
I
publicized.
can pledge to you that no earmark or any of that, any description you want to make of it, will be in the bill that